WPTV.
And ready to
Something's coming
wipe
for me.
to 3.
I can feel it.
And wipe to 3, Mike and Q.
Welcome back. The Doctor and their companions have been going on adventures in time and
bit
space
lower
since
audio.
1963. Now, in 2019, we have a new
Ready to.
season of Doctor Who coming out and a new wibbly wobbly trailer to break down.
And
Joining me today is Zach, Nick, and Irma. How's it going, guys? Hey.
where's the
So,
review?
starting with Zach, Doctor Who, as we have
Ready,
stated,
3,
started in
take it.
1963, so it has a
Ready, 1.
long history. How did you get started with it?
And take 1.
So, interestingly enough, I grew up with my friends really liking Doctor Who in high school, and I just never got into it because I was like, oh, this is way too long of a series. And I started dating this nerd who got me onto the show.
Ready 2, take 2.
And he was like, oh, you should watch Doctor Who. And I'm like, all right,
Ready,
sure, why not? And now I've watched
Take.
like all 10 series.
Ready 3.
Even
take.
the original?
I'm working
Ready,
on the
1,
original right now.
Ready 3, take.
What about you, Nick?
Ready, 4,
I watched Doctor Who since I
Ready,
was a wee
1.
babe. My uncle was always into it, so I've been watching classic for a while, and then
Ready,
I
3.
kind of took a hiatus, and then like 2009 I got back with the reboot, and I've been watching since. So.
And
Yeah.
take 3.
What about you,
Ready
Irma?
4, take 4.
So I just don't like to watch anything that gets
Ready,
overly hyped,
1,
because then
take.
there's too much pressure into like, oh, it should be good, and then after I realize that it's a no. But then my Whovian mom told me, you're gonna watch it or we're not friends anymore. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it.
Ready, 2,
And after
take
watching
2.
Ninth Doctor, I'm like, okay, I like it, but then the 10th Doctor's like,
Ready, 1,
but
take.
I've been told it gets better.
Ready, 4,
so it's sort of like,
take.
okay,
It does
I'll
get
try.
better, but
Ready,
that's
3,
also
take 3.
really like
Ready, 1.
that. Usually people are. I'm
One
a
hand
fan
right
of the
a little.
11th. That's because I
No,
started with
right.
Matt Smith.
Yeah.
But usually to the 10th is everyone's favorite. So
Yeah.
that's really
Ready 2,
wow.
take 2.
So did you guys watch the initial trailer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Right when it dropped.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
What do you think of it?
I was really into it. It looked very
one
just
pan,
like action-packed and a lot of
Ready,
fun.
1,
I don't know, like
take. Ready,
they
boxes?
it was a very well put together trailer. I will say that. Like they didn't spoil anything, but they certainly gave a lot of hints and clues, like with the Jadoon returning and everything, and that's
Oh, no,
like
switch the,
really awesome. I'm really
black
excited for
swan.
it, especially because I wasn't the hugest fan of Series 11. So the fact that they're like with Series 12, it seems like they're
And
putting
white
so much more
boxes.
effort and skill into it. It makes me really excited.
Yeah, I feel
ready,
like
4 in
it
the hole,
was
4 in
just
the hole.
like a kind of
sorry.
rebirthing period with like the
1
end
pan?
of Capaldi and the beginning of
Ready,
the,
1 in the
the
hole
new
and
Doctor
1 in the hole.
with Jodie. And I think the new writing staff and the new production team in general is really trying hard now. And I think it was just season 11 was kind of just like a
It was a new
training.
beginning.
Yeah, it was like a training period, and now I think they're like
Ready,
kind of getting
4 in
all
the
the
hole.
pieces back together, and it looks like
4 in the
it's.
Because also usually with every single Doctor, they all have their own
Ready, 3 in the hole, 3 in the hole.
personalities and everything. I know Matt
Right.
Smith was based off childishness, and
shit.
was it
Okay.
David Tennant that was No Mercy, No Second Chances?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so like
Yeah.
they're still feeling out. It seems like they're still feeling out the Jodie's
Yeah.
Doctor.
Okay.
I know how to say words.
Yeah.
Let's
What do you think of the
ready,
female Doctor?
1 in the hole, 1
In
in
all
the hole.
honesty, I haven't had the chance to watch it because, school, life,
True.
everything.
Okay,
But based on the trailer, though, it's motivating me to watch a lot more.
Yeah.
Especially how the whole color scheme is attracting me more
let's
compared
just
to
wipe out of
the
this
9th
and
and
then
10th
put
Doctor's
the
presence.
graphic
But at the same
online.
time, it's as stated
So,
before,
ready
it's very
to
action-packed.
wipe
So
2,
hopefully it lives up to its
and
hype,
wipe
which
2, clean.
knowing BBC, it's going to live up to its
Yeah,
hype.
BBC either gets it or
Yes.
doesn't.
Yeah.
For a lot of
punch
people, as
expression.
you guys already have brought up, season 11 did not
Here, ready, 3,
do
take
well
3.
with some people. What?
Yeah, no, do it.
But we also said that it was like the a beginning of that one.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate a bit more?
Yeah, so I think it was just
ready,
kind of
1,
like a training period
take
because
1.
it was a whole new staff and new new showrunner, and it's just like it's a turning over period where it was very slow, and that's why
alright.
we're mentioning action packed
It's
in
alright,
this
just
new
leave it.
trailer.
We won't go back to it.
It tried very hard to
Ready,
be
4,
character
take 4.
focused, but it was just
The character
hit,
wasn't there yet.
and and like
Ready,
all
1.
the characters that just hit on these like obvious tropes, and it's just like okay, but now that we have them established, I think it's time for them to
Ready,
just fall
3.
into a natural groove with the new staff and the new
Yeah.
set of characters.
All
Take
right.
3.
So, what do you think of the guest stars featured in season 12, like Stephen Fry?
I mean,
Ready,
I absolutely love
4,
Stephen
take
Fry,
4.
so I'm really excited to see what
Ready,
he's
1,
what role he's gonna play,
take.
especially because he's in the first episode coming back in New Year's. So like
Ready, 2,
we get him
take
right
2.
away. It's Spyfall. It's like a James Bond focused
Ready, 1.
episode. So it looks really exciting. And Stephen Fry is such like a great actor. He's such a British icon, especially. So like the fact that he's in Doctor Who and is
It's okay,
spearheading
we
back
don't need it
series
now.
12 is I think amazing.
Yeah.
Ready, 3,
Yeah.
take 3.
No, I'm excited
Ready,
for
2,
that,
take.
and yeah, I was kind of underwhelmed with most of the
1 pen right a little.
guest stars
And take 1.
in the past couple seasons, but Alan Cumming was really great in 11. I think
Amazing. I
it came.
love that episode just for Alan
Yeah,
Cumming.
just everything he did was just
Ready,
amazing,
1.
and but yeah, Stephen Fry is going to be
Take.
amazing, and the kind of spoof of James Bond is going to be fun, especially from that first like glimpse that they showed.
Yeah.
Ready, 4, take 4.
So
Ready, 3,
going back
take.
to the stories of season 12, do you think that the season will have an overarching plot, or will it be standalone episodes like season 11?
Ready,
I'd like
4,
to hope they're
take.
going to do an overarching
Ready,
plot just
1.
for the sake of like that was one of the things
Take.
I wasn't a huge fan of with Series 11 because it didn't feel like it had a direction. Like I like the individual stories, but the nice thing that Doctor Who tends to do is
Ready,
that
2,
they have the
take.
individual stories,
But
but they'll
they're all
have
connected at the end.
right. They have like some sort of overarching thing that like is in the background and it just becomes more and more apparent
Ready,
as you go
1.
along. Not necessarily that Series 12
Take.
has to follow that guideline, but the fact of like having some sort of overall goal, whether it's a character goal, a story-driven goal, whatever it is, just something for the characters to go towards instead of just seeming like aimless adventures. Just because for me personally, I wasn't too into that with
Ready,
Series 11.
2, take.
That's actually one of the main
Ready,
reasons
1.
why I got into Doctor Who.
Take 1.
Because compared to nowadays, almost anything, no matter what language, no matter what
Four, can I have some lotion?
genre it is, a lot of it tends to be standalone stories. And that's what I like about Doctor Who. It tends to be compelling, it tends to slip into one episode to another. Even if it's just a minor cameo or minor detail,
4,
you still get a reference, and that's what I appreciate. So
Ready,
hopefully,
4.
in this new season, we get the overarching, however it's pronounced,
Ready, 3.
in this season.
Well, one thing that might help with that is that a lot of the classic Doctor Who villains are coming
Ready,
back,
2,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the Jadoon and the Cybermen.
I'm so excited for the Cybermen.
Yeah.
They're really revving them
Ready,
up.
1.
Yeah, and I hope. I didn't like how they did the Cybermen with Bill and
And
with
take 1.
Capaldi, and I just felt it
2.
was kind of like it wasn't really the
Take 2.
Cybermen, and
Cybermen.
I hope that they
Ready,
bring
4.
these
Take 4.
this new appearance of the Cybermen of more of just like a looming threat that kind of builds up and builds up and builds up.
Ready, 3.
Cybermen are terrifying.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely
ready,
terrifying.
When I got started with Matt Smith when I was
Sorry.
12, oh my,
Sorry,
them and the
4.
Weeping Angels. Oh my gosh.
Ready,
But,
3,
uh,
take 3.
Weeping
Ah,
Angels.
yeah.
Oof.
2,
But
take.
anyways, so to end it, who is Oliver's favorite Doctor?
For me, I
Ready,
really
1, take.
love the 10th Doctor, but recently just through watching series like 9 and 10, I fell in love with Capaldi. I just really love what he did with the character, especially because it was after like the whole saga with the Time War was over and all of
Yeah.
that was finished up. And just seeing what he was able to do with the character, like after the Time War was no longer looming over the Doctor, I
Take
really appreciated it. I also liked how his and Clara's relationship grew, because I didn't really like 11 with Clara too much.
Yeah, no,
I
that
really
was
preferred
awkward.
12 and Clara's relationship, the way like it evolved past like the, oh, maybe they'll get together,
Yeah,
question
that was
mark
Worst
thing.
companion
Yeah.
ever. Ready, 1.
Yeah, I think those are
one.
the 2 and 9. I think you might have
Yes,
mentioned
9.
9
Thank
before,
you.
but just because like
9.
the.
Yeah, he was
The
my
thing
first
with me
Doctor.
with Doctor Who is the relationships, and I feel like the relationships are so clear cut with
Alright. have her
Tennant
wrap it up a
and
bit faster.
Capaldi, and Eccleston a little bit with Rose with them. Like it's very clear their objective,
Ready,
their overall
2.
objective, and their character motivations. And then with Capaldi with Clara,
Just shut him
and
up. Nick
and with
talks a
Bill,
lot.
the relationships were clear, and it wasn't like guessing like, oh, are they this? Are they that? Are they getting?
It's very
this-
clear cut, yeah.
Ready,
what about
2,
you,
take
Emma?
2.
Meanwhile,
Ready,
I actually
1.
would rather prefer the 9th overall, mainly because
Yeah.
Take 1.
he's merciful. He understands all the situation before acting, and that's something I see myself. That's when I try. There are days where, whenever I doubt myself, I try to portray the 9th Doctor in daily life because we need more of that in society. We don't need. We need more mercy. We need more compassion, and that's what I love about the 9th Doctor the most.
Ready, 3.
Heck yeah.
Fantastic.
I love
Ready, two,
9th
take
and
two.
11th are
Ready,
my
three.
favorite, and mostly because they're very emotional.
Take three.
Anyway,
Music under.
let's hope that Series 12 will give us more amazing adventures in time and space. Don't go
Yeah,
away,
go to
because
Black
up next
Storm
we're going
and
on our
Ready
own
to Dissolve
timey-wimey
4.
adventure with the new Doctor Who VR game, right here on Press Start.
And Dissolve 4, music full. And ready to fade to black in 3, 2, 1, fade to black.